Hey, what's up everybody? BDO 44 coming into another video. All right, so some basketball stuff to discuss. First of all, I just got to watching Team USA versus the Australian national team, and Australia is going to medal if they play like they did in this game. They had a never say die attitude that just would not go away. I mean, they were down by like 10 with like a minute to go and ended up cutting it to 4 twice. Devin Booker hit 7 straight free throws, which ultimately iced it for us. But we had a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers, USA did. Really, it just came down to guys not being used to playing with one another, misreads, way off passes, expecting a guy to be here when he's actually over there type stuff. It was a lot of that. At least 16 turnovers on the game was at actually 10 a.m. Pacific time. I think it was 9 a.m. Pacific time. I ended up catching the end of the second quarter and beyond. Didn't have any link issues. And I had a lot of fun watching it, but it was like, yo, USA is taking their foot off the gas, and I was a little frustrated with the coaching staff for putting a 3-guard lineup on the floor with like 6 minutes to go when the momentum was starting to shift towards Australia. It was one of those situations where it's like, okay, we were just up by 15, now we're down by 12, and he puts in 3 guards. It was Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, and I think one more guard. I forgot who it was that he put down there. But it was like, yo, why Devin Booker? It's like, why do you have these 3 people on the floor? And it was like Bam Adebayo. I think we had left AD out there as well or something like that. I'm like, yo, this is. They ended up cutting it to 8 in that situation. I'm like, yo, man, this doesn't work. I don't care how high the talent is. Basketball is a game that is played in the sky. So if you have a bunch of short people on the floor going up against good-sized people, you're gonna have trouble. And that's what it was. You know, you don't want to disrespect the Australian national team because they really do have some good size on their team. Jock Landale had a really nice game. Josh Giddey looked fantastic in this one. What's his name, man? I always forget this man's name. It makes no sense, but he's always killing it for the Australian national team. Destroyed Paul George in playoffs years back. Why can't I think of the man's name? This always happens to me with the same names over and over again. There's something wrong there. But anyway, nevertheless, they have size. They have good players, and you know, I think that they will medal if they play like they did against us for the rest of the tournament. They are going to be one of the teams in the end. So you got to give credit to them, man. I just really like what I saw from the Australian national team, not only from a player standpoint, but from just an attitude standpoint. They just were not afraid. But ultimately, you got to give credit to our guys as well. I thought Anthony Davis was phenomenal. Defensively, he was just excellent, man, everywhere. Playing with so much energy, he's in such fantastic shape. He fell a little funny on one play, but got up without any concern. I was concerned, but he looked like he was good to go out there. Joel Embiid's piece doesn't fit on the team to me. I know I've said that once already, but he's so offensively, you know, he's an offensive player that plays in slow motion because of his size. He can play defense. We've known him to play defense, but that's not who he is right now. He's not in that type of shape to be who he needs to be defensively to really help the team. And I don't need his offense. What I need from my big man is to be defensive-minded and rebound the ball as much. He kind of plays the perimeter a bit more than necessary for a guy his size. And it works for the Philadelphia 76ers because it's catered to him. But on the national team, you kind of want him in the paint so he can kind of take advantage of his size. And he's hovering behind the arc and behind 20 feet. So it's just, he doesn't fit to me. He doesn't fit. If they want to cater things to fit his style like Philly does, then I'm sure you're going to get the most out of the previous MVP there. He's an amazing player. But when you talk about what you need your big man to be, I need more of what Anthony Davis does than I need Joel Embiid. And when I think the team is much better out there when Anthony's on the floor in place of Joel Embiid and when Bam's on the floor in place of Joel Embiid. So that's just my point of view. Like I said, you can always fix that by just giving him the ball repeatedly. He'll go for 50. I mean, it's not a problem. It's not like he sucks in any way, shape, or form, but it's just about what style do you expect will give you the best benefit in international play. And for me, Joel's piece doesn't really fit. He looks awkward out there. So that's really a thing. But all in all, I like what I saw. JT Money looked pretty good. NBA champion Jason Tatum, he looked fantastic out there. But I really do genuinely and generally believe that Team USA shot itself in the foot by not allowing Jaylen Brown to also be on this team. I get it. You know, Derek White's a nice piece. Drew Holiday, fantastic defensive player, kind of made some mistakes out there, but it's like you can't have the Celtics represented and not have Jaylen Brown. But you got 3 Celtics on the team. That's just a slap in the face, and it hurts the team. You could use Jaylen Brown, especially since Kawhi's gone. KD's not down there right now. You haven't brought in Derek White as of yet, so it's like we are missing some pieces. I think that catered to why the game was as close as it was. They were only down by 4 with like 5 seconds to go. Luckily enough, we had fantastic free throw shooting to take care of business. And you got to give credit to Tyrese Halliburton as well, who hit 2 clutch threes from the corner. That ended up spreading it out a little too much for the team to come back against us. But I just think all in all, Jaylen Brown would have helped us so much defensively. Athleticism, him and Ant-Man playing off one another would have been amazing. I just think we really, well, whoever's decision that was to do that hurt the team. You hurt the team, period. If it's Nike, if it's Grant Hill, whoever's decision it was to not go with Jaylen Brown, the team's not better for it. And so that's my point of view on that. So yeah, man, I enjoyed that, man. I'm glad I'm watching high-level basketball. I didn't expect the game to be this early. I didn't know what this morning was going to entail in terms of content. Find out the game is on, so I was really excited about that. And it's been fun, man. Watching Team USA this go-round has been very fun. Of course, this is not the Olympics. This is the preliminaries, but they're, you know, it's good that it's not, because with the turnovers and stuff that we're having, we need to work those kinks out. These guys need to get used to playing with one another, and we got to develop some rotations. So some of them rotations, just we got to continue to mix and match and find the right guys to put on the floor in given circumstances, because that's what I think really hurt us in a lot of cases tonight. Just some of them lineups, they just don't know one another, and they probably shouldn't be on the floor with one another. But Ant-Man was fantastic. You got to give him credit. Love what I saw from Ant-Man as well. Bron looks great out there, as usual. Some of the miscues were him not getting right. Steph Curry had a cold night for the most part. I didn't see his stats, but he didn't look like he was really going like that tonight. But I'm sure he'll come. You know, great players will figure it out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this team looks like with synergy. But I do like the group. I like the group a lot, and when they get Kevin Durant and Derek White down there, I think it'll be that much better. So I was a little frustrated with Drew Holiday not finding Tyrese Halliburton in the corner in one situation where it looked like he was kind of tied up defensively, and they were leaving Ty open on the right corner, and Ty just hit 2 corner threes on the opposite side. So it's like, yo, get him the ball, man. So that kind of stuff is a little frustrating. It's just like, yo, Drew Holiday, why are you looking for everybody but the guy who just hit the last 2 threes? It's clutch time, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, that was something that stood out for me. I was frustrated as hell with that particular situation. And you got to give credit to the defense of the Australian squad. They really played fantastic defense. Really got into the paint, into the teeth of the defense, laid the ball up a lot, got to the line a lot. And you got to credit Josh Giddey with a lot of that, because he was just repeatedly getting to the line. And some of the other guys of whom I don't know their names, they were hitting shots like crazy. So Joe Ingles is who I couldn't remember, by the way. He was excellent out there. Still got something left in the tank, man. For those who are wondering if Joe Ingles still got anything left in the tank, yeah, it's there. He looks great. He looks fantastic out there. So that's one thing I did want to update as well. Getting a chance to look at Joe Ingles today, I think he's going to have a good season this upcoming year. He's in great shape. And his game was never predicated on him having athleticism any damn way or nothing like that. He was always able to take advantage of his size, his three-point shooting ability, and his overall heart out there. So that was fun watching Joe Ingles. I didn't know how much he had left in the tank, but I learned today. It's still there. So, yeah, man, that was fun. Australian national team is definitely one to pay attention to. They should be watched. They are a fun squad. And if I'm the Chicago Bulls, I feel a lot better about the Josh Giddey trade right now than I did when it happened, because Josh looked great. He really did. He was basically the star down there for their squad. And he wasn't letting them die. He wasn't. And when you consider Josh Giddey, and then you look at what the Bulls have going on in Summer League with Buzelis, of whom I've coined Bullzealous, and people have already stolen that from me. I came up with that last night. I'm pretty sure someone else did as well, because it's an easy lay as far as finding a nickname for somebody. But I was the first one I heard say that, and I put it on Bulls IG, and then from there I started seeing it everywhere. So yeah, if you see Bullzealous, I'm telling everybody I came up with that, and I'm sure other people did as well. But You know, that's what it is, man. Matas Bullzelis is going to be his name from here on out. He got a dunk on somebody yesterday that was one for the absolute ages. Probably the dunk of the Summer League right now, aside from literally everything that Cam Whitmore's been doing for the last 2 games, which is, as a Laker fan, something that's very hard to watch, to be honest with you. But that's neither here nor there. Point is, Bullzelis had a dunk out there that we won't forget, and it seems to be playing well. So you got those 2 players entering the equation for the Bulls, and you got to feel excited about that tandem. Giddey and Bullzelis should be fun. So yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say about that. The Lakers, our squad, played tonight against the evil ones, the green guys, at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. I don't know why they have a Summer League game so late tonight, but we will be watching it, and hopefully our guys can at least be competitive. I ain't expecting us to win anything. I think, loosely, I can say we're probably the worst team in Summer League, to be honest with you. Loosely speaking, probably are. And so I just want to see more competitive play and hopefully some good stuff from our guys, you know. Bronny James won the video game competition in Summer League today, edging out Grant Williams, who actually blowing him out in Call of Duty tournament. So my thing is, that's nice, young fella, but as bad as you shot in the last game, you need to be working on your game in those same hours that you playing in damn video games, bro. If you're serious about being an NBA player at your highest level, you're going to have to work hard, man. And I get it. Kids love playing video games. I'm no different. When I played video games all the way up until my mid-30s, and would still be playing them if I had an opportunity to. But I think when there's so much on the line, those are the hours you need to be really pouring into your basketball. That's the God's honest truth. And I get it. People don't want to obsess over basketball. You don't want to, you know what I mean? Some people are not. Not everybody's Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to work like that. But I think when you have what Bronny has on the line, it don't help the narrative that you're killing it in Call of Duty. That don't help the narrative, fam. You got to put in the work. You got to really put in the work, man. So I don't know. I don't know if I should read into that or not. Congratulations to him on winning that. I know that's fun, and you got $10,000. I'm pretty sure he'll probably donate that money since he has $1 billion. But nevertheless, I think at the end of the day, as a Laker fan, I just want to see his focus now shift to putting in ridiculous amounts of hours and effort into becoming the best basketball player he can be. And if he's mastering Call of Duty, then chances are those are good, clean hours that he could be putting in to his craft. And you're a professional now. So that's a real thing, man. That's a real thing. So that's what I got to say, man. Those who want it will do it. Those who kind of don't want it, they'll get what comes of that. You know what I mean? You'll get that. You'll get what you put out into it, man. You'll get what you put into it. So that's pretty much my point of view. Hopefully he performs very well tonight, just like he did in the video game session this morning. So that's really it, man. Team USA definitely put on a show. Australia gave them all they could handle, and if they didn't hit free throws down the stretch, Australia would have upset us today, man. So we got to get it together. No more 3-guard lineups, Steve Kerr. I'm sorry, that crap is garbage. It doesn't work on any level. It just doesn't. Video 44. I thank y'all for watching. Wow.